Welcome back, collectors. Today's video explores the hidden world of rare USA Jefferson nickels, coins that may look simple and dirty, yet hold incredible history, beauty, and surprising value. Stay tuned, because what seems ordinary might just be a forgotten treasure. First up, in the world of American coinage, few pieces capture both history and intrigue quite like the 1961 D. Jefferson nickel, a coin struck at the Denver Mint that continues to fascinate collectors even in its most unexpected forms. Though at first glance it may appear as just another nickel from the early 1960s, those who understand its story know that beneath that dull gray surface lies a relic of a changing era in U.S. minting. Especially when found in its very dirty, circulated condition, this coin whispers stories of decades gone by, carrying within its worn metal the passage of countless hands and transactions. Today, collectors are increasingly drawn to this vintage piece, not just for its age, but for the hidden potential of its rarity and unique die characteristics that can transform a simple 5-cent coin into something worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The year 1961 marked an interesting time in American coin history. The nation was on the edge of a cultural and economic transformation, with the mint producing millions of Jefferson nickels to meet growing circulation demands. At the Denver Mint alone, over 229 million Jefferson nickels were struck, yet not all of them were created equal. The minting process during this period faced inconsistencies, from weak strikes to over-polished dies and even minor variations that slipped unnoticed through quality control. These imperfections, now prized by numismatists, add an extra layer of fascination. For collectors, a 1961 D. Jefferson nickel isn't just a 5-cent coin. It's a time capsule of America's early 1960s minting craftsmanship, economic growth, and everyday life, all captured in a small, dirty nickel that has weathered 6 decades of history. Looking closely at its design, the obverse of the 1961 D. Jefferson nickel features the enduring profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, facing left with the word Liberty, elegantly inscribed beside his portrait. Even when the coin appears dirty and worn, the details of Jefferson's hair, cheekbone, and collar line tell a story of fine artistry that the U.S. Mint maintained through years of mass production. The reverse side presents the iconic Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate, along with the words EPLURIBUSUNUM, United States of America, and 5 cents. Coins minted at Denver bear the distinctive D mint mark to the right of the building. Subtle design variations, like weak steps on the Monticello or faint lettering, often signal early die fatigue, and these small differences can dramatically affect collector interest and value. Rarity is what elevates the 1961 D. Jefferson nickel from a common coin to a collector's dream. While millions were minted, very few survive in pristine or even lightly circulated condition. The ones that have been exposed to decades of dirt, oxidation, and handling carry a charm of their own, particularly because some harbor striking errors or die varieties that are exceptionally rare today. Full-step nickels, those that show clear, uninterrupted lines on Monticello's steps, are notoriously difficult to find from this year and mint. Even fewer remain uncleaned or unaltered, making an authentic, dirty, unpolished example a hidden gem among experts who value originality above all else. It's these rare survivors that command surprisingly high premiums at auction houses and in private sales. Collectors often describe the 1961 D. Jefferson nickel as a coin that separates casual finders from true numismatists. Unlike the wheat penny or mercury dime series, the Jefferson nickel line requires a sharper eye to recognize subtle minting anomalies. This coin stands out because it represents the bridge between early American nickel design and modern minting techniques. The Denver issues, especially those that show strong strikes or remarkable preservation despite circulation, continue to intrigue specialists. For those who study die progression and strike quality, The 1961 D is a miniature textbook of mid-century minting quirks, a coin that proves even common dates can hide uncommon stories. When it comes to value, this is where the coin truly surprises collectors. A 1961 D Jefferson nickel in very dirty, heavily circulated condition may appear worthless at first glance, but under the right circumstances, especially when it exhibits unique die characteristics, strong steps, or certain striking anomalies, its value can climb dramatically. In today's collector market, these coins can command anywhere from $650 to as much as $4,200, depending on grade, eye appeal, and die variation. High-grade full-step examples have broken past the $1,000 mark, while some dirty, authentic circulated pieces have attracted attention for their raw originality and historical texture. The lesson here is simple. Don't underestimate the humble nickel. Condition, authenticity, and detail can mean everything. For those hoping to collect this fascinating issue, the key lies in patience and precision. Always inspect your coins under magnification for sharp details on Monticello steps, clear lettering, and signs of original mint luster even beneath dirt or tunning. Avoid cleaning the coin. Doing so can erase decades of natural patina and destroy its collectible value. Focus instead on finding coins with strong, even strikes and visible mint marks. Searching through old rolls, estate collections, or inherited jars of nickels can sometimes lead to surprising discoveries. Whether found at a flea market, a family coin box, or an online auction, the thrill of uncovering a genuine 1961 D Jefferson nickel with unique characteristics is unmatched. In conclusion, the 1961 D Jefferson nickel may seem ordinary to the untrained eye, but for those who appreciate history, craftsmanship, and rarity, it stands as a remarkable piece of mid-century American coinage. Its design, minting quirks, and survival against time give it both charm and numismatic significance. Whether dirty or clean, it tells a story of endurance, a reminder that even the smallest pieces of metal can hold immense value when viewed through the eyes of a collector. And as we close this chapter on the 1961 D Jefferson nickel, stay tuned, because in our next video, we'll be diving into another extraordinary coin that continues to surprise experts and collectors alike. Next up, among the remarkable treasures of mid-20th century American coinage, the 1960 D Jefferson nickel holds a place of quiet prestige. Though often overlooked by casual collectors, seasoned numismatists recognize this Denver-minted issue as a key representation of the transitional craftsmanship of its era. Its understated appearance conceals layers of minting history, subtle die variations, and the enduring symbolism of Thomas Jefferson's legacy. Today, this nickel stands out not only for its vintage charm, but also for the steadily growing demand it commands among collectors. Whether found in a hoard of circulated coins or displayed in a pristine slabbed holder, the 1960 D Jefferson nickel continues to fascinate for its combination of artistry, rarity, and the elusive qualities that make it so desirable in the numismatic market. The year 1960 was one of transformation for both America and its coinage. The United States Mint was operating at full capacity, producing large quantities of circulating coinage to fuel the country's post-war economic boom. The Denver Mint, identified by the small D mint mark placed beside Monticello on the coin's reverse, played a vital role in this production surge. At the same time, subtle shifts in die maintenance and production efficiency began to influence the quality and appearance of Jefferson nickels. Although millions of 1960 D nickels were struck, inconsistencies in die wear and striking depth created variations that, decades later, would become objects of fascination for collectors. This coin reflects an era when American minting still combined traditional engraving methods with rapidly modernizing technology, a delicate balance that often produced minor anomalies now cherished as rare varieties. The design of the 1960D Jefferson nickel, created by Felix Schlag, remains a testament to both simplicity and national pride. On the obverse, Jefferson's left-facing portrait bears an air of quiet dignity, framed by the inscriptions "In God We Trust" and "Liberty." Despite its modest composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel, the coin carries a weight of symbolic meaning, celebrating one of America's greatest thinkers and statesmen. On the reverse, the elegant depiction of Monticello, Jefferson's historic Virginia home, is accompanied by the phrases "E-Pluribus Unum," United States of America, and 5 cents. While the design had been used since 1938, the 1960 Denver strikes exhibit subtle differences in die sharpness, step definition, and surface texture, details that can make the difference between a common nickel and an ultra-rare collectible. When preserved in high-grade, uncirculated form, these small details shine with remarkable clarity, showcasing the precision of a bygone minting age. What truly elevates the 1960D Jefferson nickel to collectible status is its rarity and superior condition. Although over 192 million pieces were minted, finding one with full steps, a term describing the complete, uninterrupted lines on the steps of Monticello, is exceptionally difficult. Many of these nickels were weakly struck, with details lost due to worn dies or rapid production cycles. Others suffered from bag marks, scratches, or heavy circulation wear. Over 6 decades later, only a small fraction of coins have survived in near-perfect condition. These few gems, especially those graded by top-tier services such as PCGS or NGC, are highly sought after. Collectors value originality above all. Coins that have not been cleaned or polished, retaining their natural patina, hold a special allure and command premium prices in today's market. The market value of the 1960D Jefferson nickel has seen impressive appreciation in recent years, particularly for those rare full-step specimens. Depending on grade and visual appeal, examples can fetch anywhere between $700 and $4,800, with record prices achieved for coins displaying flawless strikes and lustrous surfaces. Even well-circulated pieces with distinctive die features or strong step detail can attract competitive bids. What drives this value is a combination of low survival rate, collector enthusiasm for the Jefferson series, and the continued recognition of mid-century Denver Mint issues as cornerstones of post-war numismatics. Auction houses have reported heightened interest in high-quality Jefferson nickels, as more collectors begin to appreciate their aesthetic consistency and affordability compared to earlier silver-based coinage. For collectors seeking to add a 1960D Jefferson nickel to their holdings, knowledge and patience are key. Authenticating a genuine high-grade example requires careful observation of Monticello's steps, Jefferson's facial features, and overall strike strength. Certification from a reputable grading service can significantly enhance both the coin's credibility and resale value. When acquiring raw coins, look for sharp rims, full lettering, and traces of original mint luster. Avoid cleaned or altered examples, as these dramatically reduce numismatic worth. Storage should be handled with care. Coins are best preserved in acid-free holders or airtight capsules, away from moisture and temperature extremes. Networking with established dealers and participating in specialized Jefferson nickel forums or shows can also open doors to exclusive finds that rarely surface on public markets. The 1960D issue represents more than just another year in the Jefferson series. It is a testament to America's evolving minting history and the enduring beauty of design rooted in simplicity. Each surviving example offers a glimpse into a time when craftsmanship and mechanical precision were equally valued. Collectors who own a well-preserved specimen not only hold a piece of American heritage, but also a tangible investment with real potential for growth. As the market for mid-century nickels continues to mature, coins like this are likely to remain at the forefront of numismatic appreciation, bridging the gap between historic significance and modern collecting excitement. In closing, the 1960D Jefferson nickel exemplifies why even the most unassuming denominations can achieve iconic status among coin enthusiasts. Its historical depth, elegant design, and increasing scarcity make it a worthy centerpiece for any collection. Whether cherished for its artistry, pursued for its rarity, or valued as an investment in American history, this Denver-minted nickel stands as a shining example of mid-20th century coinage excellence. And as we move forward in exploring the fascinating world of U.S. coins, our next journey will take us into another extraordinary piece, whose story, like this one, continues to surprise collectors with its beauty, mystery, and enduring worth. Next up, among the classic treasures of American coinage, the 1959 Jefferson nickel without mint mark holds a distinguished place in the hearts of collectors. Though modest in appearance, this Philadelphia minted issue stands as a quiet symbol of mid-century craftsmanship and American tradition. For many numismatists, the 1959 nickel represents a fascinating period of evolution in U.S. coin production, an era defined by experimentation, precision, and the enduring legacy of the Jefferson series. Its lack of a mint mark immediately identifies it as a product of the Philadelphia Mint, and over time, this unmarked simplicity has become a symbol of purity and authenticity within the series. Today, the coin's value lies not only in its age or design, but also in its rarity, die varieties, and the growing demand among collectors searching for high-grade, original examples that capture the enduring beauty of American coinage. The year 1959 arrived at a pivotal moment in U.S. history. The nation was thriving under post-war prosperity, and the mint was modernizing production methods to meet the needs of a growing population and an expanding economy. At the Philadelphia Mint, millions of Jefferson nickels were struck, but the precision of minting varied from die to die. It was also a time when the Jefferson series was transitioning toward a cleaner, more uniform appearance, with new die maintenance techniques being implemented. Despite large mintage numbers, only a fraction of these coins would retain the crisp details and sharp step features that define premium specimens today. The 1959 Jefferson nickel captures the character of its time, an era of innovation and optimism, and serves as a metallic snapshot of American pride at the dawn of the 1960s. The artistry of the 1959 Jefferson nickel continues to impress collectors with its refined simplicity. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin showcases the dignified left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, rendered in a style that blends neoclassical elegance with practical durability. The inscriptions "In God We Trust" and "Liberty" flank Jefferson's profile, accompanied by the coin's date. On the reverse, the graceful depiction of Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate, stands as both an architectural marvel and a patriotic emblem. The words EPLURIBUSUNUM, United States of America, and 5 cents encircle the structure, giving the coin a sense of balance and harmony. Struck in a copper-nickel alloy, the coin weighs 5 grams and measures 21.2 millimeters in diameter. High-grade examples reveal intricate hair detail, bold lettering, and full step definition on Monticello's stairs, features that separate an ordinary nickel from a numismatic gem. What truly makes the 1959 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel stand out is its rarity and top condition. While over 27 million were produced, the combination of die wear, strike inconsistencies, and circulation patterns means that only a small percentage survived in mint state with sharp details. Collectors prize the elusive, full steps examples, coins where every step on Monticello appears distinct and complete. These specimens are exceedingly scarce, particularly from Philadelphia, where die pressure and polishing often softened fine details. Additionally, minor die varieties and striking errors, such as double die reverses or planchet flaws, add to the intrigue and scarcity of this particular issue. The hunt for such rare variations has made the 1959 nickel one of the most studied coins in the Jefferson series, admired for its understated difficulty and rewarding potential for those with a trained eye. The market value of the 1959 Jefferson nickel without mint mark has shown remarkable resilience and growth over the past few decades. Depending on condition, examples in lower mint state grades may trade for a few $100s, but coins displaying sharp strikes, strong luster, and full step detail can command between $800 and $4,600 in the current market. Exceptional specimens certified by PCGS or NGC at MS66 or higher have been known to fetch even higher prices in competitive auctions. The upward trend in Jefferson nickel values reflects a broader numismatic shift. Collectors are increasingly recognizing the artistic and historical worth of these mid-century coins, viewing them as affordable entry points into the world of American coin history with strong investment potential. For collectors seeking to acquire or identify a high-quality 1959 nickel, attention to detail is paramount. Examine the Monticello steps carefully under magnification. A truly full strike will display 5 or 6 well-separated lines with no interruptions. Look for clean surfaces, natural luster, and strong rim definition. Certified coins from reputable grading services remain the safest investment, as they verify authenticity and ensure grade consistency. When storing the coin, use inert holders or capsules to protect the delicate surfaces from oxidation or handling marks. Networking through trusted dealers, attending coin shows, or joining Jefferson nickel enthusiast groups can help uncover rare varieties and connect you with others passionate about this often underestimated series. The beauty of the 1959 Jefferson nickel lies in its perfect balance of accessibility and rarity. While countless examples remain in circulation or pocket change, finding one in gem condition is a true triumph of patience and precision. The Philadelphia issue, devoid of a mint mark, represents a legacy of consistency and craftsmanship, a coin that may appear common, but reveals its value only under close scrutiny. Collectors are drawn not only to its aesthetic grace, but also to the challenge it poses, identifying and preserving a true full-step specimen in an era when many were carelessly handled or overlooked. Ultimately, the 1959 Jefferson nickel without mint mark endures as a timeless piece of American numismatic history. Its design reflects an age of post-war prosperity, its rarity rewards the diligent collector, and its enduring appeal continues to elevate it among the finest examples of mid-century U.S. coinage. Whether displayed in a certified holder or discovered by chance in an old coin jar, this nickel embodies the enduring spirit of American craftsmanship and historical pride. As interest in Jefferson nickels continues to rise, the 1959 issue stands as a cornerstone for collectors who appreciate the beauty hidden within the ordinary. And as we move forward, our next exploration will uncover yet another remarkable coin whose story, like this one, bridges the past and the present with quiet brilliance. Next up, the 1956 D Jefferson nickel from the Denver Mint is one of those fascinating pieces of mid-century American coinage that tells a story far deeper than its face value suggests. To most people, it may look like an old, dirty 5-cent coin tarnished by time and wear, but to serious collectors and numismatists, it represents a remarkable era of craftsmanship, subtle design transitions, and unexpected rarity. Even in its very dirty, circulated condition, this coin holds tremendous intrigue, for beneath that worn surface lies a potential treasure. Every scratch, every smudge, every trace of oxidation only adds to the authenticity of a coin that has survived nearly 7 decades of circulation. What makes the 1956 D Jefferson nickel so collectible is not only its age, but also the intricate stories surrounding its production, its variations, and the fact that pristine examples have become incredibly scarce, creating a growing fascination among collectors worldwide. The year 1956 was a significant one in American history, and that sense of post-war optimism and economic expansion was reflected in the nation's coinage. The Denver Mint, operating at full capacity, struck millions of Jefferson nickels that year to meet the growing demands of commerce and trade. However, despite a mintage of over 67 million, not all coins were created equal. Variations in die condition, striking pressure, and the wear on minting equipment meant that some nickels emerged sharper and more defined than others. It was also a period when the mint was transitioning into new methods of die maintenance, leading to subtle but noticeable differences in the quality of strikes. While many of these coins went directly into circulation, a small number were set aside by collectors or happened to escape heavy wear, and these are the ones that have survived today in collectible form. The 1956 D Jefferson nickel captures not only the industrial efficiency of its time, but also the enduring artistry that defined American coin design during the mid-20th century. The design of the 1956 D Jefferson nickel continues the elegant tradition established by sculptor Felix Schlag when the series debuted in 1938. The obverse features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, whose calm and reflective expression embodies wisdom and strength. Around the rim, the inscriptions "In God We Trust" and "Liberty" accompany the date. Even when the coin appears darkened or dirty, traces of Jefferson's distinct cheekbone, hair detail, and neckline can still be discerned under careful light. On the reverse, the architectural beauty of Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate, is proudly displayed beneath the Latin phrase "E Pluribus Unum." The words "United States of America" and 5 cents complete the design, along with the small D mint mark positioned to the right of Monticello, identifying the Denver Mint. The coin's composition, 75% copper and 25% nickel, was chosen for durability, giving it the strength to endure circulation, yet allowing enough brilliance to highlight its fine details when preserved. While many 1956 D Jefferson nickels remain in circulation or stored away in jars and drawers, finding one with exceptional definition and clarity is increasingly rare. The challenge lies in locating examples with full steps, a feature that shows complete, uninterrupted lines across Monticello's steps. These are exceedingly difficult to find from the Denver Mint's 1956 production run, where die polishing and weaker strikes often obscured the detail. Dirty or well-worn examples are much more common, and though they lack the sharp visual appeal of mint-state coins, they still tell an honest story of time and trade. Only a fraction of these coins survived in near-perfect condition, often due to careful preservation or early collection by enthusiasts. Today, these well-struck, high-grade survivors are considered the crown jewels of the Jefferson nickel series from the 1950s, commanding high premiums at auctions and among advanced collectors. What sets the 1956 D Jefferson nickel apart from other mid-century nickels is its unique blend of accessibility and hidden rarity. While casual collectors may dismiss it as a common coin, those who understand its nuances recognize its true value. Its status within the Jefferson nickel series is significant because it represents one of the later examples before the mint shifted to more modernized die techniques. For many collectors, the 1956 D is a nostalgic piece, a link to the craftsmanship of an era when every coin still bore subtle signs of human influence in its creation. It may not belong to the wheat penny family, but it holds a similar level of reverence among nickel collectors for its balance of artistry, historical value, and the thrill of rarity in condition-sensitive grades. When it comes to market value, the 1956 D Jefferson nickel can surprise even experienced collectors. Depending on its condition, strike sharpness, and step definition, its value ranges widely in today's collector market. Circulated, dirty examples generally hold modest worth, but those with distinct details or partial steps can fetch significantly higher prices. In high-grade uncirculated condition, with strong luster and full steps, these coins have been known to sell for between $900 and $4,700, depending on their certification and eye appeal. Recent auctions have seen record prices for PCGS-graded examples at the upper end of the MS66, MS67 range, reflecting growing appreciation for the Jefferson nickel series as a whole. The combination of scarcity, age, and original mint quality continues to drive prices upward, especially as collectors complete sets from this pivotal period in American coinage. For anyone looking to collect or invest in this fascinating issue, there are a few key tips to keep in mind. First, always examine the steps of Monticello closely. The more complete and defined they are, the higher the coin's value potential. Avoid cleaning or polishing dirty coins. This only diminishes their natural character and reduces collectible worth. Instead, look for coins with original patina, natural tunning, and clear design details. Certified coins from reputable grading services such as PCGS or NGC provide assurance of authenticity and help maintain market value. Searching through old coin rolls, estate sales, or vintage collections can sometimes yield hidden gems. Storage is also crucial. Use protective holders or capsules to prevent further oxidation and handling wear. Every Jefferson nickel carries its own story, and the 1956D is one of the most rewarding for those who appreciate history embedded in metal. In conclusion, the 1956D Jefferson nickel stands as a beautiful example of mid-century American minting, blending artistry, history, and durability in one compact piece of metal. Its journey through circulation, its aging surfaces, and its gradual transformation into a collectible treasure all reflect the passage of time and the evolution of U.S. coinage. Even in its dirtiest, most humble state, it remains a coin worth cherishing, a link to America's past, and a symbol of timeless craftsmanship. Collectors old and new continue to be drawn to its quiet charm and enduring significance. And as we close the story of this remarkable Denver-minted nickel, stay tuned for our next feature, where we uncover another fascinating coin whose rarity and hidden value continue to astonish the world of numismatics.